You the type of guy that runs for action, yeah, you ain't so silly. I'm the type of guy that is back to this shit, but don't deserve it. I don't feel like that new shit I did, I know it's kind of early. Give it 50,000 like you hit, she said she ain't here.
It's right there. You can see it. You can feel it from the podcast to you, all of you. You are doing
Jason. I'm class 24 outside linebacker, Jameson Curtis.
Oh yeah, one of my first questions is, tell me how you feel when it comes to being a leader to your teammates.
I feel like I'm a great leader of example. I feel like I do everything the right way, and I just ball.
And tell me, how did you help lead the defense today when it came to scrimmaging against Enterprise today?
I feel like I made the plays whenever they needed to be made. And I feel like I was being consistent on the defense, flying to the ball, and everybody just swarming to the ball. Okay. I made the plays when they came to me.
Okay, then. And then, like, one of my last questions is, tell me what kind of leader are you when it comes to the classroom? You know, we always talk about what you do on the field. Tell me a little about yourself inside the classroom.
Well, I'm an A student in the classroom, and they say whatever you do in the classroom is how you're going to be on the field. So I feel like in the classroom, it's like it's an example for, like, how you gonna be as a player. So like, if you're not getting your work done, you're gonna be worried about your work. You be stressing on your work. You're not gonna be doing too well on the field. So I feel like I get my work done.
Okay, then. And just give me one word of advice you'd like to give to the channel.
Be humble and keep pushing, keep going. I'm Sante McWilliams, running back, class 2025.
And tell me, what kind of leader are you to your teammates on and off the field?
On the field, I lead by example. Starting to get more verbal. And all the field, I'm make good grades in the classroom, tell them do well in the classroom as well.
All right, and tell me, how do you transition from baseball to football? You know, I know you just came out of baseball a few weeks ago. Like, how was that transition?
It wasn't that bad, you know, just focusing mentally and like letting it rest physically. And just make sure I prepare my body for football when I transition.
Okay, then. And tell me, how do you, what advice would you give to someone to stay mentally balanced? You know, I know you have so many distractions when it comes to social media. How do you stay mentally balanced?
Like out the distractions, just stay positive at all times. Even when times are rough, just find a way to stay positive.
All right, and my last question, what one word advice you would like to give to the channel? You can be anywhere you can think of.
Strong.
All right, man. All right, good job, bro.
My name is Myron Duncan. I play receiver. Antonio Coleman, defensive lineman.
And one of my first questions is, tell me, how was that transition coming from Blount High School, coming to Saraland? Like, how would you describe yourself as a leader adapting to a new community?
I just had to keep my head straight and push with the team and play what the team do. And we just learn plays and keep going.
Oh, yeah. And Antonio, tell me, how was that? Like, you know, you already been a leader to the team. How was it helping Myron just feel comfortable in everything?
You know, I just had to step up. You know, I mean, just show him how everything works, and he fell in line. He did great today. You know.
Mm-hmm. And just tell me, like, could you see your leader impact upon your teammates today as you made big plays and made blocks? You know, all those just play that critical role for everyone.
Yes, sir. Because like when my team down, you gotta hype them back up. You can't let them keep being down. Because when they down, everybody else get down. So you gotta hype them up so everybody can keep going playing their part.
Oh yeah, and Antonio, and tell me, how does it feel being able to make that be the big factor when it comes to defense? You know, having that critical role as well.
I mean, it's great because just knowing people looking up to you just make you want to go harder. And you know, when you go harder, they fall in line, and it lets them know like you can't be comfortable. You gotta always be uncomfortable. You gotta always want more.
Mm-hmm. And Myron, I'd just like to ask you this as well. Tell me, how was you able to stay mentally balanced during that transition coming from Blount to, Saraland? How does it feel? What support system would you give your utmost to?
I love my support system because without my support system, I want to keep my head on the swivel, like not leave the bad stuff behind me and look at what's great, what's God giving me up forward. So I got to keep my head straight.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Antonio? Just tell me, what does the word student athlete mean to you? Just being around just your teammates and being able to perform not only on the field but also in the classroom.
Right. The word student athlete mean grind harder. Don't take none you have for granted. I feel like Saraland, you can't take none for granted over here.
Mm-hmm. And my last thing, what's one word of advice you'd like to give to the channel?
Y'all stay strong and don't let nobody bring you down. Keep your head straight.
My advice is stay uncomfortable. Don't never get comfortable because the opponent may catch up. You gotta always want more. And I'm not saying be greedy, but you gotta achieve more things.
Oh yeah.
Trayvon, I played for Texas Tech, defensive line. I graduated here class of 2022. And just some advice I want to get to the young guys: just keep going. Like, don't let up. Like, y'all finna be the team that everybody want to beat this year, but y'all can't let it happen. Y'all just gotta keep going what y'all going.
Mm-hmm. And just one more thing, tell me, what would you define the word student athlete?
Student athlete, like you got the first word right. Student, you gotta have, in college level, you gotta have all these grades, everything just to be eligible if you wouldn't even want to play sports. So when you hear student athlete, you gotta hear the first word first. Student, the athlete gonna come with it.
My name's Jarrell Williams. I was class 22 from Saraland. I go to West Virginia now. I feel like one thing, especially for Saraland in particular, they got to flush it last season. I know last season was big, but if they want another one, they got to flush it and go get it this year. And I see they on the right path now with hard work. I see it now in the spring game. They did good.
Oh yeah, and one question I'd like to ask you before we go: what kind of leader would you like to showcase to these younger guys? You know, when it comes to being a student athlete.
I say student, you just gotta get into that work. Like that gotta come first. If anything, like me, I try to knock mine out in the beginning of the week. Being a student athlete is major. Like everybody's looking for that.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Willie Butler, class 2022. I go to Nickel State. I play DB and also nickel. One of the things I would say, the little things matter, and enough is not enough. So gotta go out there, gotta get it every day, every day.
Oh yeah. And one question I'd like to ask, like, how does it feel being an alumni, being able to see these younger guys develop into leaders?
Oh yeah, it's been great. It's been great. I've been playing for 4 years now. You know, we got older, so it's time for me to move on. Just glad to be back. Glad to see these guys doing what they do. See that 6A state champs.
Oh yeah.
So that's about it.
Boom.
Guys, I'm Justin Robeson, class of 2022, DB at Alabama State University. I say just keep working, guys, and just wait your turn until you shine. That's my words of encouragement.